Hello students, welcome to your computer classroom. So I hope all of you are doing well. And as in the previous classes, we have covered some important concept of MS Excel. In that we have seen how to use the loan term, how to calculate the monthly payment if you are taking a loan. So for that we have seen how to calculate the loan term. So for calculating the loan term we have a function called as PMT, that is the payment function. So using that we can give the principal amount, the interest rate and the number of months for which we are taking the loan. So by using that we can calculate that what amount will we require for paying every month, or if you are paying quarterly, half yearly. According to that you can choose the different arguments or the parameters in that function. Okay, so we have revised this, and after that we have seen how to use the goal seek. So what is the goal seek feature? Using the goal seek feature, if we want to fix any one of these parameters, and fixing one we can make the other thing variable. For example, if you want to set the goal as the monthly payment as something which is right now it is 3774 something, and in that place if we want to bring it to 3000, then what change will be in the interest. So that also we have seen, and for that what we have used, for that we have used the what if analysis. So in the what if analysis we have the goal seek feature. So using that we can calculate the goal seek. Okay, and after that we have seen the product and square root. So how to find the product and square root? It is simple. For using the product we have used the function name as product. Let me show you it once. So if you come to the Excel sheet, so for example, let us delete these numbers. So for example, if we want to calculate the product, so suppose I am writing 5 then 6, and these are the two numbers. If I want the product of these two numbers, what function I will write? Equal to, then product, clear, then for after product what we can do, we can use the directly we can write the two numbers, their addresses, or you can also click on this insert function. So from there also we can choose the product. So here if you search it, there also we can find more better. If we can, this product can be found in maths as well. Let me check. Okay, no problem. If it is here, it is. So here you can find it product. So already we have written. Okay, so it is twice. Let us delete the first one which we have written. So rather than writing the product by ourselves, we can get it from here. So number one and number two, these are two. So this number one is the D2. Okay, right now there is two numbers here. So instead of that, only first we will write. So first number is D2 and the second number is D3, that is 6. Clear? So these are the two numbers. If I click on OK, we get the product as 30. Clear? So this way we can make use of the product function, and we can multiply two numbers or more than two numbers. Okay, so instead of two numbers we can also use three numbers. So using the product we can not only three, we can multiply more than that also. So this is how we use the product function. Then we have seen how to use the square root. So for square root, what is the name of the function? For square root, the name of the function is sqrt. So here as you can see also, the name of the function for sqrt is square root is equal to sqrt. So whatever the number you are want to calculate the square root, you will write equal to square root and the number itself. Okay, let us see this. Let us erase this first. Okay, now we are going to calculate the square root. So here if I want to calculate the square root, so we will click on the cell where we are going to calculate the square root, then write the name of the function, that is the square root, then arguments. So here in this function only there will be a single argument. Suppose you want to calculate the square root of 25, so write 25, close the bracket, press the enter key. So result obtained is 5. So this function you can also see here in the formula bar, equal to sqrt, whatever is the number. Clear? So this way we can calculate the square root of any number. Okay, so till here we have covered in the previous classes. Now today we are going to see the conditional sum. This also we have read about this a little bit. We will read it further again. So conditional sum is actually if you are willing to do the addition or sum of few numbers, if there are multiple values which are given to you, and in these of, if you want to find the sum of few of those. For example, here you can see there are different courses like hardware, software. Clear? So a hardware is repeated multiple times, software is repeated multiple times. So if this type of data is given to you and you want that what is the total occurrence of hardware, what is the total value of software. Clear? So for doing these type of calculations we can use the conditional sum method. Okay, so let us see the steps and read it once again. So you can use conditional sum to identify the sum of particular number in a field. Clear? For this we use the SUMIF function. So for using this conditional sum, what is the name of the function? The name of the function is SUMIF. SUMIF takes three arguments. What are the three arguments? A range of numbers, means what all the means you can say what are the column or the total range from which the values will be calculated, then the condition being applied. Clear? So here you can make any condition, for example that what all the courses, where the courses is equal to hardware, where the courses is equal to software. So these are all will be some conditions. Clear? Then the third value will be the range to which the condition applies. Clear? So the range will be, suppose we are willing to add the fees. Clear? So this will be only the first thing will be the range of the numbers, means from where to where you are applying this. Clear? So that will be applied from the courses. Then what will be the condition? So condition will can be like course is equal to hardware, course is equal to software. So these will be the condition. Then the third parameter which it is talking about, it is the range. So range will be from the fees which you want to do the addition. Clear? We will when we will apply this, then it will be more clear. So values that meet the conditions are added together. Clear? So after when you apply these things using the SUMIF function, the result will obtain in the desired manner. So let us see the steps now. So first is create a list of values to sum conditionally. Clear? So first is requirement of these list of values, whatever is, if it is a computer course here. So you can see these are the different names and the different courses the students are enrolled in, and the respective fees of those are given here. Clear? So in this example we can calculate the total fees collected from software course. Clear? So as you can see these are the different courses, means, and a single course is repeated, it is taken by multiple students. So if you want to see that what is the total fees which is obtained by any of these like hardware course or software course, so that we can do by conditional sum. Clear? Now next step is click on the cell in which you want the result to appear. So here we have clicked on this hardware or software, whatever is the field you are choosing, then click on the insert function button. So let us try to do these steps practically as well. So I have also made a list of these courses which is similar to the example given in the book. So these are the names of the student. Clear? Then the courses which they are enrolled in, and this is the fee of each of the courses. Okay, so after that if we want to do the calculation, I have done okay, let us delete this, then it will be more better. Okay, so here now we are going to calculate any of these fields like hardware, software. So if what is the total fee obtained by any of the course. Clear? So we will see the steps and go one by one. So here we have seen step number 3, click on the insert function button and the insert function dialog box appear. Click on the down arrow and select all. So we already know that we are having choosing the different categories. So here the sum if function will be in the category all and the name of the function is sum if. Okay, let us try to find this. Okay, erase and come to the example. So here if you are willing to find the sum of all the fees obtained by the course hardware, so let us do. So equal to, then come to the insert function button. So here what we have to do, we have to choose all. In the insert function we have to choose the all category. Okay, so let me bring it here. If it is not visible, we can zoom in little bit. Okay, so I hope now it will be little bit more bigger so that you can easily see. Okay, so we have chosen the category as all, and from the all we are going to search sum if. Okay, so it is all alphabetical. If you scroll down this select a function, then we will come to sum if. So here you can see we have the sum if function. So let us click on this sum if. Clear? Now when we click on this sum if, we get this you can say the function argument dialog box in which we will choose the different things. Okay, so let us see. Let us come again to the book. Okay, now we can decrease the this magnifier. Okay, so here we have clicked on the sum if and then click on the OK. So then this new dialog box appear, that is the function argument till where we have seen. Then step number 7, the function argument dialog box for sum if appears. Then type the range for the series you want to evaluate, for example B4 to B18. Clear? So we all know that this function will have 3 parameters. One is range, another is criteria, and the third one is the sum range. Clear? So what is the meaning of range here? Range means on the column in which you want to apply the criteria. For example, if you are searching for all the hardware or all the software, so this we can found in this column, that is the course column. Clear? So we will select the range from B4 to B18. Clear? Why B4 to B18? Because we are going to apply this criteria on this column, that is on the course. Okay, let us come again and choose that thing practically. So if we come here, so what will be the range here? The range will be, let us bring it here. So range here will be in the course column. Here you can see we are having the course column. So here all the courses are from B4 to B18. So we will drag the cell, we will select the first one, that is B4, and then drag it down to B18. So here you can see the range is selected as B4 to B18. I hope this is clear. Why we are choosing the range? Because we are applying any criteria, and this criteria will be applied in this column, that is the course. Okay, now let us see how to apply the criteria. Step number 8. So type a comparison operator and a condition, for example equal to software. So whatever is the criteria, whatever is the you can say the rule which you want to apply for calculating the sum if, means here we are searching for all the courses which are software, so we will write equal to software. Clear? So in any of the field, if it is hardware, you'll write equal to hardware. If it is software, you'll write equal to software. Okay. If it is desktop publishing, you'll choose that. So according to the criteria, according to the thing which you are searching for, we can apply the same. Okay. And then in step number 9, type the range for the series to be summed if the condition is met. Clear? So after this criteria is supplied as equal to software, then which values you want to add. So we will choose the range of the values. Okay. So let us try this in our case also. So here right now we are applying this function argument for the hardware. You can see here the range we have selected is from B4 to B18, and what we are right now we are adding all the fees of the hardware. So in this criteria, what we will write? We will write equal to soft hardware or software. Hardware. Why? Because we are in the book it was software. Right now we are adding the hardware. Okay, so we will write this hardware in uh, inverted commas equal to hardware. Okay, then sum range here means that what all the values you want to add, we will write the range of those values. Clear? So this sum range is the fee, the different fee amount which is required to be calculated. So we will select the first one, drag it down to the last one. So this will be C C4 to, okay, so right now it is not selected, C4 to C18. Clear? So this is the range of the sum. Let us see it once more. What we have done, first we have selected the range of the those courses which we want to apply the criteria. Clear? So the first range was the range on which we are going to apply the criteria. Second one is the criteria which we are applying. So right now we are adding the hardware, so we have written equal to hardware. And the third one is the sum range, means the values which you want to apply the sum if condition. Clear? So these are the three things which we have done. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let us erase the marks. Okay, now you can see this all formula is applied. When we click it on OK, we will get the result. So what we are doing, what is our target of this? We are going to find the total fees paid by the students which are enrolled in the course hardware. Clear? So I have just written the formula sum if, and in that we have written the three parameters. So if we click on OK, we can get the result of the hardware as 15,000. Here also you can, if you will see manually, right now as it is only 14-15 students, so then we can see that how this is being applied. So let us check it. Hardware, the first one is, okay, the first one is 5,000, then the another hardware is here 5,000, and the third one is 5,000. So this three students are enrolled in hardware, so that is why we are having 15,000. So you can check it also, but it will not be possible if it is thousand of student there. So for that it is the requirement to use these formulas and functions. So let us try to do this again for the software. Okay, we have done for hardware. Now again let us do for software. So what we will do, equal to, then come on the insert function. Then in the insert function we have chosen the category all. This sum if function appears in the all category. So for choosing the category it should be all here. Clear? So when we click on all in the category, we will get the different functions. So from here what we have to choose, we have to choose sum if. So we will scroll down, all these functions are alphabetical, so when we will come for S, there we will sum if. So here it is S, you can see. Let us come to the sum if. Here it is sum if. So click on the sum if, then OK. So when you click on this sum if, this function arguments appears, and there we are having three parameters. Clear? that is range, criteria and sum range. So again, what will be the range of our, so range will again be the course. So this course means from B4 to B18. I hope this is clear why we are choosing this, because we are going to apply the criteria on this particular courses. Clear? So range is B4 to B18. Now what is the criteria now? As we are going to find the sum of software, so the criteria will be in the bracket, in the inverted commas we are writing equal to software. Okay, so here we have written equal to software. Okay, then sum range. So again, what will be the sum range? The column in which the fee amount is given. So this sum range will be, the sum range will be C4 to C18. So let us select C4 to C18. When we will select and drag it down, automatically the range will be reflected here. So it is C4 to C18. Okay, so we have completed all the three parameters, the three arguments. So if I click on the OK, this result will appear. For the software it is 21,000. Clear? So I hope this is clear now. So you can do it practically if you have the PC at home. Even if you don't have, you can watch it. We are doing it practically. So this is the way how we can apply the sum if condition and find the sum of any particular thing from the different values which are given to you. Okay, come again to the textbook. So this we have seen how to find the sum using this sum if condition. So here also you can see for the software the result was 21,000. According to the amount which was given, this result will come, and the same formula will also appear in the formula bar at the top, you can see here. Okay, let us read this, update your knowledge as well. So as the name suggests, sum if and sum ifs formulas are found by combining sum and if function. Okay, yes, it is obvious that as the name is sum if, so it is a combination of sum and if, means we are using the sum with some certain conditions, like sum add these numbers if this condition is met. Okay, so in simple English, this implies that these functions can add the items or cell that fulfill a particular criteria. This is what we are talking about, that we are doing this addition only when there is some conditions which is met by the numbers, only those are added. At the same time, sum ifs function is relatively newer function, so it is talking about another function, that is sum ifs. Okay, so this is a newer function which came in Excel 2007 only, and after the 2007, in all the before the 2007 Excel, the sum ifs was not there. Which, what is the feature of this sum ifs? That extends the abilities of sum if functions by giving you the facility to add only those items that meet a set of criteria. So this sum ifs is an advanced version of sum if, in which we will have some other functions or some other criteria also. Clear? So now it is clear that the sum if is the conditional sum method, and that will add those numbers which are meeting or some criteria which we are giving to that function. Okay, so I hope this sum if function is clear. We have seen what are the three criteria of that, and we have practically done. Now the next topic is generating a series. So what is a series? Series can be series of numbers, series of months, series of days of the week. Okay, let us see this. So Excel reorganizes many series from a single cell, such as the days of the week or month. So it will save your time to complete the text or number series for you. You can complete a series across a row or down a column in a worksheet. Okay, so how difficult it will be if you are writing the series of numbers, for example 1 2 3 4. So if there are different thousand of numbers, so if I write 1 2 practically, so it will take so much time. So to replace this, we have the option, we can generate the series. Only we will write 1 and 2 and select those and drag it down, and the series will be completed till where you want. Clear? So if it is 1000, 1 lakh, or whatever the numbers you want to generate, so very easily you can generate this. Clear? So this is the advantage of Excel. Okay, in the same way, if you want to generate the series of months of the year, generate the series of the days of the week, so easily we can do. Let us see. First is text series. If there is some text, for example, this uh, name of months, or name of days of the week, so these all will be text series. So let us see the steps. Enter the text you want to start the series with, for example, January. Click on the cell containing the text you entered. So first we will write the text which you want the series for, then we will select the cell. Then position the mouse pointer over the bottom right corner of the cell. So when you will bring this cursor to the bottom right corner, the mouse pointer changes to a plus symbol. So the symbol will appear like this. Clear? Then drag the mouse pointer, that is the plus, over the cells you want to include in the series. So when you will drag it down to the cells, means to the lower side of that, you can say the values will be reflected in those cells. Clear? The cell displays the text series automatically. So here you can see when we have dragged the January to December, only first we have written the January and only we have dragged it down, so automatically these other months will appear in the lower columns. Let us see and try to do this practically. So if we come to, okay, let us make a new sheet and let us zoom little bit. So what we are going to do, suppose I am writing January. Okay, and we have to only for 12 months. If you want to drag it furthermore, we can do that also. So we have written this, the name of the first month. Then what we have to do, bring the cursor at the bottom corner, then click on that and drag it down. So you can see the other months will be appearing as the suggestions. So we can stop till December, or you can furthermore, you can if you will keep it increasing, it will keep increasing. So here you can see I have written only January and the other months are appearing automatically. Clear? So this is called as the series generation. So after December also you can see again the series continues January, February. So till where you will leave, the values will be appear in those cells. Clear? So this way we have seen how to generate a series of a single. In the same way, if you write Monday, let us try to do this. So I have written Monday. If I click on this and then bring, so here when we bring the cursor to the bottom right corner, it automatically the symbol appears with a plus, a small plus. So if I drag it below, you can see the other days appearing automatically. Clear? So this is how, so till where you will leave, the values will appear till there. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then again Sunday, Monday. Clear? So this is how we can generate the series of the text. Okay, so write the first value and drag the cursor after selecting the bottom corner. Let us read this also. So if Excel cannot determine the text series you want to complete, it will copy the text in the first cell to all the cells you have selected. So to deselect the cells, click any cell. Clear? So this is the series of January, February. So for example, if you are writing some other text, suppose your name is Aman. If you are writing Aman, so there is no any genuine series of that. So for that text, if you are dragging it down, the same name will appear in all the cells. Okay, so if it is obvious, if there is any series which is you can say which is relatable, the Excel will make the series of that. But if it is a common if it is not a common term, if it is any name, so for that text it will not create the series, it will only copy that thing in the remaining cell. Let us read this, do you know as well. So autofill gives you a way to ensure accurate data entry when a particular data series has an intrinsic order. For example, days of the week, months of the year, the numeric increments of 2 and so on. Clear? So this is the autofill feature, and by autofill feature we are generating this series. Okay, in the coming class we will see the number series, that is also similar to this, and after that we will see the date series, and some data list about the databases we will see in the coming class. So clear? Till then you can revise all the things which we have covered. So today we have seen the sum if condition, what are the three parameters to apply for the sum if, and then for adding the conditional sum, for applying the conditional sum we have seen all the parameters and how to apply that. Okay, and the series generation we have seen. Okay, so let us meet in the coming class with further new topics. Till then you can revise all the things, and whatever the doubt or confusion we will take up in the online session you have. Okay, so thank you everyone.